Checked.
Hello everyone.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video.
We're doing something totally different than what we've done before.
Yeah.
We've done interactive fiction before, but this time we got a story, like an actual choose your own story thing.
It's called Placin'. It's an app and a website.
Yeah. Basically, you create your own world. They're called worlds, and you create worlds, and then you choose what happens. And there are options, but there's also a custom option where you can direct how you want the story to go instead of using just the standard options. So now
It has music too, but no sound effects.
we have just completed the vows of deception, but we are going to continue. We're going to continue that story. So, do you want to explain what happened?
Well, first of all, I would like to introduce Kevin Roberts. He's a friend of ours.
Yep.
He
hey guys.
will be playing this with us tonight. What character are you playing, Kevin? Explain that real quick before I explain everything else.
Well, I'm playing myself actually in the story. So, and you might want to explain to you who got us into Placin'. Actually, another good friend of ours did.
Our friend McKenna got us into this, and by the way, you can also create your own custom characters. Like you can create your characters and make your own custom characters.
Yeah, like
If
really
you don't
fun.
want to be the character it gives you.
you could switch, but earlier
James is playing Raznikov.
earlier we had this incident where we tried to generate.
We had a little bit of a
we tried
glitch.
to continue the story, and like the narration stopped, like the dialogue, and
Yeah.
it was showing the words
We
on
don't
the
know
screen.
why.
Yeah, even the
I don't think it was
community.
anything we did. I think it was just a glitch in the system. It finally fixed itself. I think.
Yeah.
Oops.
Temporary screen curtain enabled until
But
next restart.
Let me.
Running app.
basically, so far
Op
for the
Studio,
vows
64,
of
Discord,
deception,
-1 running window button submenu.
Hold on.
we
Speak room,
have
general chat, Placin'.
Close that.
Taskbar.
Alright.
Op
So-
30.2 points, Placin'. Playing vows of deception, Placin'. Playing vows of deception.
Okay,
Button
so
share about button continue playing. Screen curtain disabled.
Kevin, do you want to help me explain what we've done so far for the vows of deception?
So basically, it starts out in a house, in a estate house, like a mansion, I think.
yeah.
And there's like a
Yeah,
love affair
mansion.
going on, and
Between two
Things don't
couples,
actually-
between James and Talia and Joshua and Elizabeth.
yep.
And things don't go well. The house is cursed to make affairs happen, and
Yeah.
It's bad.
it's
Then
bad. It's very bad.
The woman who cursed it looked at the children and decided to sacrifice herself to save everyone else.
To get them out of their trances. Now, by the way, I'm playing a custom character that I made, Zinnia. So Zinnia, James, Talia, Joshua, and Elizabeth were in that trance. Raznikov and Kevin were the only ones that were not.
Raznikov was close to turning to stone, though, but he.
So now Elizabeth is with the children, Alyssa and Kaylee, and Kevin in another house, while James and Joshua are doing who knows what.
Yeah, we haven't
Yep.
explored their side of things yet. But
But,
so this is like an audio story. It's almost like a movie, really.
almost.
A what?
But Raznikov was close to turning to stone. Raznikov was close to turning to stone,
Yep.
which was bad.
Yeah.
Which was bad.
Now you will hear you won't hear their speech, but you will hear mine because
Audio.
I'm using OBS, so
Yep.
and it routes my audio.
Are we ready?
Yep.
Everybody ready?
Button continue
And
playing.
we're gonna mute while We're not gonna be talking during the story part, so you guys can hear it.
Yeah, and we can talk.
Yeah.
Before we make a choice. All right, so 3.
Button
We'll
continue
be able to
playing.
make a choice, yeah.
3,
All right.
2,
Button continue
1.
playing. Button place in vows of
Elizabeth's
deception. Custom
life
place
is now
input field.
quiet and honest, but the memory of the estate still lingers. A letter arrives from James, asking for one last family meeting at the ruins of the gate. You are now a guardian of her peace. Manifest a warning to Elizabeth. Tell her the past is a tomb she shouldn't reopen. Whisper to her that true peace only comes with full closure. Agree to go with her. Suggest that if she goes, she must go alone, and his protection will stay with the girls at the
Read only.
Okay, so
I went with one of the options. I went with choice 1.
there's not much to go by yet. So
No next edit field. No previous edit field.
it just wanted you to
Out of
choose
edit
something
button.
right
Custom
away.
place input field. Edit multi-line.
All right, so
Yeah.
R A Z N I O F
But
space
while we're
And
S
I'm
A Y.
choosing.
while the story
comma
while the
space
story's playing, we have to
quote
be quiet.
E L I Z A D E T H
Yeah, I'm
space
choosing choice
R
3.
E N space T O space A
Just so you
M
guys know, while the
comma,
story's
space.
playing, we will be muted.
T
Or
H
I
A
will be
T
at least.
space
Yeah, I'm gonna be too.
A
So
F
we're
F
gonna pick
A
up
R E
anything.
space
So you guys
A
can
S A U
hear
S
what's
E
going
T
on.
space D
Yep.
Y T space U R S
This
E
thing is
comma,
not
space
very
G I
loud
V E
at
space
all.
I M A E space D E N N I T space O F
Yeah, but they
space
didn't have
D O
volume
U
controls
D
on the side
E
at all,
dot
unfortunately.
quote.
I wish it
Spelling
did.
error Raznikov says. Spelling error
I wish
Elizabeth.
it
Spelling error
did.
That's spelling error A Z out of spell comma quote. Spelling error Elizabeth out of
And
spelling
the
error comma.
music is
Spelling error out of
creepy.
space
The
spell E
music is
R
freaking creepy.
U U T U out of R N
Yeah,
space
and we're waiting
return
for James
comma
to
return him
do his
space
choice.
A I N comma
Yeah,
M I
It
H
tells you.
I don't know what he's
J A N E S
doing.
caused by that curse. Give him the spelling error benefit of the doubt. Caused quote blank quote blank.
He's probably doing custom.
Send input button.
all right.
Yeah, you can do custom choices in this too, by the way.
Place in plain vows of deception document. Place in plain clickable heading level 1 world generating.
Okay, so story is about to continue. So I'm going to mute. Let's just hope we don't have any more glitches.
Heading level.
So,
The golden light of the afternoon is interrupted by a heavy shadow that doesn't quite match. The golden light of the afternoon
Oh, yeah, and it
is
will buffer,
interrupted by a
just so
heavy
y'all know.
shadow that doesn't quite match the furniture. The golden light of the afternoon is interrupted by a heavy shadow that doesn't quite match the furniture. Elizabeth stands at the wooden table, staring at a crumpled letter on the surface.
Elizabeth, return to James.
Elizabeth's breath hitches. She doesn't turn around. She knows the voice doesn't come from lungs anymore, but from the very air she breathes.
That affair was caused by that curse. It was the architectural rot of the Vasilev bloodline, not the man himself. You must give him the benefit of the doubt.
Benefit of the doubt? Raznikov, I spent 15 years giving him the benefit of my life. The curse didn't write those letters to Talia. It just opened the drawer.
Foundations can be relayed on cleared ground. To leave him in the ruins is to leave a part of your children's history to rot.
Elizabeth looks out the window. Kevin is already in the driveway, leaning against his sedan. He looks up and catches her eye, nodding toward the car. The gravel driveway is still jagged, the crater of the conservatory, now a stagnant pond filled with lily pads and broken glass. Kevin keeps the engine idling, the rhythmic vibration of the car, a stark contrast to the heavy, unnatural silence of the ruins.
Engine's running, Liz. One sign of trouble. One look from him that I don't like. And we're gone before the dust settles.
Thank you, Kevin, for not asking me to be fair.
Elizabeth steps out of the car. Standing near the sagging iron gates is James Sellers. He is thinner, his boardroom suit replaced by a simple sweater, looking like a man who has finally woken up from a fever, only to find his bed on fire. Beside him stands a family, the Whitlocks. They are vibrant, dressed in earthy tones, clutching blueprints that look far too hopeful for this graveyard.
It's a tragedy, certainly, but the soil is rich. We want to build something pure here, a sanctuary for the arts. No mirrors, just light.
They want to buy the land, Elizabeth. I won't sign unless you say it's right. I wanted to ask if we could be the ones to help them, together.
He takes a step toward her, his eyes searching hers for the velvet over glass gaze that used to define her.
I know what I was under that roof, but that roof is gone.
The shadow is gone. Elizabeth, will you let the sun reach the stone?
Next, on Vows of Deception, the ghost in the foundation. Elizabeth stands between the man who betrayed her and the man who saved her, while the spirit of the house's guardian demands she return to the wreckage to find a new beginning. Her peace is no longer a natural state. It is a choice she must defend. Raznikov faces a moral paradox. As the guardian, Raznikov's nature compels him toward restoration and the preservation of the family unit. He sees James as a victim of the curse, but his proximity to Elizabeth's bloodline makes him witness to her blooming strength. Command Elizabeth to forgive James, believing the family's survival is the ultimate good. Warn the Whitlocks about the hunger that still sleeps in the silt of the well remain silent, and allow Elizabeth to make a choice untainted by his spiritual weight.
So I'm doing a custom choice for this one.
Yeah, I'm doing a custom choice as well.
Yeah.
This part is called The Ghost in the Foundation, guys.
Oh, what?
Some of these, The Ghost in the Foundation. This is gonna be, okay, some of these story titles, like some of these part titles are like really freaking creepy. Some of these part titles are like, really freaking creepy.
Yeah. Oh, and did you hear how the music went all 8-bit?
Yeah. Yeah, the music went 8. Oh, Kevin, tell them about how I said chicken choice instead of custom choice.
Oh, yeah, okay. So,
Because
we were talking earlier.
the word chicken.
I don't know what Liz here was thinking or what. I don't know what, but she didn't even catch it. I did, and she was gonna say custom choice, but she said chicken instead. Don't ask me why.
Because I was typing the word chicken. I was typing the word chicken. And oh God. Oh God. Oh dear God. Help me. Kevin thought it was funny. Kevin thought it was funny.
Yeah, you did too.
God. Oh gosh, this story's about to continue, guys. I think. Okay, why is this music making me want to cry? This music is making me want to cry. This piano music is making me want to cry. Seriously.
Right, quote, dot, quote, blank, blank. Send input button.
Guys, I might be crying by the end of this. Depending on how
Click
sad
button,
it
remove
gets.
Kevin Roberts, button, skip
Depending
Kevin
on how
Roberts, Kevin
sad it
Roberts.
gets.
Heading level 1 waiting for players.
Alright.
I cried at the end of it yesterday when we first played it.
So, now, as you can tell, we're waiting for one more person to submit their choices.
Hey,
Choice.
world generating.
Then
Heading
this,
level 1 world jet.
okay.
Oh, we better mute.
Now, like I said, this will buffer 3 times. So, just so you know.
The wind whistles through the jagged metal of the sagging gates. The wind whistles through the jagged metal of the sagging gates. Kevin grips the steering wheel of the idling car, his knuckles white, his eyes fixed on the ruins. The wind whistles through the jagged metal of the sagging gates. Kevin grips the steering wheel of the idling car, his knuckles white, his eyes fixed on the ruins. He doesn't look at the spectre beside the car, but his voice is low, filled with an outsider's dread.
Raznikov, you're the one who lived in the bones of this place. Do you really believe it? Do you think if they try and sell the land, the curse will truly be gone? Or are we just putting a fresh coat of paint on a mass grave?
The air near Kevin grows unnaturally cold, the scent of white lilies intensifying as the Guardian's presence coalesces in the shadow of the gate post.
The soil has been purged by sacrifice, Kevin. But a foundation is more than stone. It is the intent of the heart that anchors the spirit.
Raznikov turns his unseen gaze toward Elizabeth, who remains frozen, staring at James.
Elizabeth, listen to me. James never stopped loving
mine
you.
is stuck.
He was tainted by the curse of the Vasilev bloodline, a prisoner in a house that fed on his ambition. He is still the man you fell in love with, and he is no longer tainted. Give him the chance to reconcile and make things right.
Elizabeth looks from the spectral Guardian to her husband. James takes another step forward, the velvet box in his hand, shaking.
I don't want the money from the sale, Liz. I want the sanctuary they're talking about. I want to build a place where our children can see the light without mirrors.
A car pulls slowly up the gravel path behind them. It is Joshua Lester's vehicle. He steps out, appearing weathered but upright. He walks around to the passenger side and opens the door for Talia. She emerges, her posture less rigid, her face devoid of the perfect mask she once wore. They stand together, not with the fire of their affair, but with the quiet, heavy solidarity of survivors. Talia looks at Elizabeth, a silent plea for a shared future in her eyes. The symmetry of the two families, once a weapon of the house, now feels like a tentative bridge.
Look at them, Elizabeth. We all broke. Maybe we can all heal. Together.
The solid ground Elizabeth found in her cottage begins to tremble. The weight of 15 years, the memories of the man James used to be, and the overwhelming pressure of Raznikov's divine-like judgment crash over her.
You were the one who broke the world, James.
And I will be the one to spend the rest of my life building you a new one.
The velvet over glass exterior finally shatters. Elizabeth lets out a choked sob, the sound echoing across the crater. She lunges forward, not in anger, but in a desperate, grounding collapse. James catches her, pulling her into his sweater-clad chest. She buries her face against him, her hands clawing at his back as she weeps. A raw, messy sound that strips away the last year of quiet peace. Kevin watches from the car, his heart sinking as he realizes the car won't be moving anytime soon. The engine continues to idle, a lonely mechanical pulse in the face of a mounting emotional storm. Next on Vows of Deception, Shattered Foundations. The Guardian sees the families reuniting as the ultimate fulfillment of his purpose. The rot has been cleared, and the survivors are weaving their lives back together.
Stuck.
Yet Kevin's doubt lingers in the air like
where's
a
it stuck at?
draft. Raznikov must decide
It
how
says
to
waiting for
shepherd this
players,
new
JLVP
fragile union,
1998,
manifest
Kevin
a visual
Roberts.
sign of blessing,
Oh.
a sudden ray of warm sunlight
Okay.
to reassure
refreshed the
Elizabeth
page
she's
twice.
doing the right. Maintain a silent vigil,
Okay.
watching
Hang on,
for any
it's- haven't given
sign
me
that the
choices
taint
yet.
in James is merely
Oh wait,
dormant,
now it did.
I missed
rather than gone.
I
Speak
missed
to
that whole
James
part
directly
just
through
now.
the wind,
Alright.
warning him that
Apparently
the
my-
Guardian's protection is now tied to the children's
can't.
joy, not
Or
his corporate
it's
success.
stuck.
Shift his presence to the Whitlocks,
Space.
ensuring their
S-A-Y-S.
sanctuary
Oh, dear.
is built with the
Uh,
proper spiritual
Y-O-U
walls.
space A-L-L space
Basically what happened is
H-A-V-E
Elizabeth
space
wants to go back to James.
B-R-O-K-E space A-E-A-R-T-S com space
Well,
N-O
yeah,
level
obviously
space
I put that in there. but-
Y-O-U space
Oh, there it goes.
M-E-S-T
There it goes.
space
There it goes. It's going now.
A-V-E space
Okay, good.
space E-V-A-H-T-S-U-M
We'll wait
space
for you.
U-O-Y Y-O-U space
Okay.
H-A-V-E space H-E-A-L-I-N-G space I-N-G-S dot space Y-O-U A-L space M-U-S-T space A-E-A-L space T-O-G-E-T-R space F-O-R-G-E-T-T-A-E-P-A-S-T space space I S space J U S T H E E A T T A A T cop space T P A S T cop space L space space G O comma space E A L space Y O U space B R O K E N space A E A R T 3 space A E A L I N G space I N G S dot quote the past is just that the past let it go healer broken heart spelling error WTH healing
Chose
wings
mine.
wing healing spelling error WTH out space spelling error WT I out of spelling error with healing spelling error Raznikov says you all have broken hearts now you have healing wings you all spell have healing wings you all spelling error Raznikov said have healing wings you all must heal together forget the past is just that the past let it go healer broken heart with healing wings broken quote blank blank
Alright, did y'all make a choice?
quote dot
I'm not
blank,
there
blank.
yet.
Alright, so I'll wait for you before I submit my choice.
My computer was being stupid.
It's fixed now, thankfully.
Spelling error Raznikov says you all have broken hearts now you have healing wings you all must heal
I'm sorry, guys. This is like really sad.
No, it's not.
broken quote dot S
Alright, let me know when you got your choices there.
Hold on. I'm not there yet.
Where you at? What part are you at?
The symmetry of the two families.
Okay.
Fuck. Come on now.
eight 26 p.m.
She didn't get to see the part that we saw, so.
Ooh. Okay, I got my choices.
Okay, so you get your choices. Okay.
Broken heart with quote blank
So you're caught
send
up
input
now.
button
So, the next part is called the Shattered Foundation.
Yeah.
clickable button remove winter frost button director winter frost night heading level
In
1
case
waiting
you
for
guys
button
missed
remove
it
winter
before.
No, they saw it before.
I'm sorry, I'm like crying. Oh my god.
Oh no, and
Why am I
what
fucking
Raznikov
crying?
was gonna say is gonna be like, what?
Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Well, this music isn't helping. The music isn't helping.
Oh, the one that has the lyrics in it, a little bit of lyrics in it.
button remove winter frost night
Yes.
behind
It's got
the world
lyrics in it. Or, sort of.
Alright, so go ahead and pick your choice. Then we can continue.
Let's see. Ooh. Ooh. I got something good for this.
Custom
Custom.
choice time, right?
MT.
button remove
I did custom.
Okay.
So
Did you choose it, or are you still typing
Heading
it?
level 1 world.
World generating. Alright.
Okay. Okay, I see it.
I'm done.
Again, y'all, you're gonna see this buffer like 3 times. There's nothing we can do about it. We're gonna have to figure out why
The
that
sound
is.
of Elizabeth's weeping fills the hollow spaces of the ruins. A roar. The sound of Elizabeth's weeping fills the hollow spaces of the ruins. A raw, jagged anthem that drowns out the whistling wind. The sound of Elizabeth's weeping fills the hollow spaces of the ruins. A raw, jagged anthem that drowns out the whistling wind. James holds her with a desperate, crushing grip, his own eyes closed tight against the morning light.
You all have broken hearts, but now you have healing wings.
The Guardian's voice vibrates through the rusted iron of the gate, hums in the gravel beneath their feet.
You all must heal together. Forget the past. It is just that. The past. Let it go. Heal your broken heart
still
with
saying
those
ordinary.
healing wings.
Joshua Lester steps forward. He looks at his former lover, Elizabeth, shaking in the arms of the man who nearly destroyed them both. There is no jealousy in his movement, only the weary kinship of a fellow ghost. He places a hand on Elizabeth's shoulder, a silent, grounding weight.
He's right, Liz. We've spent a year holding our breath. Maybe it's time to finally let it out.
Elizabeth pulls back just enough to look at the 3 of them, James, Talia, and Joshua. The symmetry is back, but it is bruised, weary, and draped in mourning clothes.
How can we just forget? The well is still there. The things we said to each other are still there.
We don't forget the fire, Elizabeth. We just stop living in the ashes.
While the emotional gravity draws the couples into a tight, suffocating circle, Kevin remains outside it. He kills the engine, the silence of the car, sudden and sharp. He strides across the gravel, his boots crunching like breaking bone, heading straight for Arthur Whitlock.
Arthur, isn't it? Architect of purity?
Arthur smiles, a warm, practiced expression that doesn't reach his eyes. He holds the blueprints close to his chest, like a holy relic.
A new beginning, Mr. Kevin, for everyone. I want to see the contracts, right now. Laugh softly. Most of it is standard land transfer legalese, I assure you. We just want to ensure the integrity of the I don't care about the integrity. I want to see the hooks. I want to see what happens to James if the sanctuary fails. I want to see who really owns the ground under their feet if they sign this. Show me.
Kevin reaches out, his hand open and demanding. Arthur hesitates, his rhythmic confidence faltering for a heartbeat as he looks toward the ruined crater. He slowly pulls a thick folder from his leather satchel.
It's a visionary partnership, Kevin. A shared legacy.
Kevin snatches the folder, flipping through the pages. His eyes scan the fine print, looking for the rot he knows must be hiding behind the light and sanctuary.
Look forward, not at the pages of a skeptic. The foundation is ready for the first stone of forgiveness.
Is it Raznikov, or are we just building another glass house where we can't hide?
Next on
Hang on,
vows
doing
of
the same thing I did to
deception,
you,
the architecture
Liz.
of forgiveness.
Hold on.
Elizabeth stands in the center of a
Exactly same thing to
reconstructed
you.
family, feeling the warmth of James's embrace and the familiar weight of Joshua's comfort. Below her, the earth still smells of the well, and Kevin's frantic searching of the contracts suggests that the purity she's being offered might have its own hidden price. The families are balanced on a knife edge of reconciliation and doubt. How will you respond to their hesitation? Use your spiritual influence to dull Elizabeth's intuition, helping her embrace the healing wings without doubt. Direct the wind to blow Kevin's contracts away, preventing him from interrupting this fragile reconciliation. Whisper a warning to Elizabeth that forgetting is its own kind of deception, even as you urge her toward peace. Confront Kevin's cynicism directly, manifesting a vision of the pure future to silence his dissent.
Land.
Okay, so in case most of you don't know, what Raznikov said, you all have broken hearts and healing, now you have healing wings, that's actually one of our book titles. are our roleplay titles.
Land. R A Z N I C O F space S A Y S. Space. Quote.
Yeah, it's stuck on. It's not letting me. It's saying waiting for players. So
A
it's
R
not
T A O R.
catching up.
Space. Space R O H T R A. Quote. Quote.
Well, it's doing that.
E A space O F space Y O U space M U S T space F O R G I E C H space O A E R space I X O R D E R F O R space T H I S F O U N D A T I O N space T O space D E space P U R.
But Kevin, in case you didn't know, that's one of our roleplay titles.
Spelling error.
Broken
Raznikov
Hearts
says
and
each of you must
Healing
forgive each
Wounds.
spelling error over in. Forgive each spelling error out of spell H. O out of spelling error
Hang
H.
on.
T out of spelling error other
Hang on.
comma
It's
in.
not. I'm
Order
not hearing.
for.
I gotta reload it.
Order for this foundation to be pure.
Oh dear.
Order for this quote. Blank. Spelling error. Raznikov says each of you must forgive each other in. Order for this foundation to be pure. Order quote. Blank. Quote dot. Com space
Here.
H I S space I S space N E S T A R T F R space Y O U space A L com space A N D space O T A E R S space L I K E space Y O U dot. Quote. For you all and others like you. Order for this foundation to be pure. This is a new start. Spelling error. Raznikov says each of you must forgive each other in.
James, I
For
can't
you all
believe
and-
you put that in there.
Quote. Blank.
Yep.
Blank. Send input button. Button place in plain vows of deception document. Clickable
Were
button
you
remove Kevin
trying
Roberts
to
from the
make
world.
me cry?
No.
Button
Because you
Kevin.
did.
Kevin Roberts. Heading level 1 waiting for players.
Because you did.
No.
Shoot, I loaded the wrong. Damn it.
Button remove Kevin Roberts from the world.
Oh
Button
no.
skip Kevin Roberts with a Kevin. Kevin Roberts.
Oh dear.
You need me to send the link again or what?
Dear. Oh fuck.
Okay, now let's try this. Okay. Now, I loaded the wrong link the first time. Oops.
Button remove
Went
Kevin
too
Roberts
far.
from the world. Button skip Kevin Roberts. Kevin. Kevin Roberts.
Oops.
Ugh.
Oh, just so you guys know, I do have a drink here beside me. Because I get thirsty very easily.
Especially with it being hot outside.
Okay, I got it now.
Alright.
Okay.
You got your choice or
Good thing.
The next part is called the Architecture of Forgiveness.
Yep.
Or the Architect of
Button remove
Forgiveness
Kevin
or
Roberts from the
something
world.
like
Button
that.
Kevin. Kevin Roberts.
Was it Architect or Architecture?
I can't remember.
Fuck. Ooh, it's cold in here. Ooh, fuck. I'm cold.
I like it cold.
Well, I don't.
8:37 p.m.
Okay, so it's almost 9 o'clock. Now, we do have more planned, but we're just recording this one for now. We are going to start doing these a little bit more often. But we're
We
going
would
to...
have recorded it earlier, but
But yeah, then it failed, so...
we had a little bit of a oopsie.
Yeah, I kind of broke the. I kind of broke. Well, I don't know if I broke it, but I broke place.
Alright, now we're
Button
waiting
remove Kevin Roberts from the
for
world.
his option to come through. And the story can continue.
I did a custom this time. I did a custom this time.
It gets the partners mixed up, though. But I've read on
Yeah,
reviews
no.
that it does, so.
Oh, yesterday we were playing one of these that I made, the Veil Beyond the Night. It took us 3 hours to complete that thing.
Yeah.
3 hours.
Yeah, we did that yesterday. That's the first time we played with this thing, and
3 hours.
yep.
Yep.
Okay, what's with this
Button remove
dramatic
Kevin
ass
Roberts from the
music in
world.
the background?
Oh no.
I
But yeah.
don't know.
Sounds like we're about to start a damn fight scene or something.
But yeah, as soon as your choice is entered, we can continue.
What time do you guys want to stop? Like, what time do you guys want to go till?
What?
Well, the recording. Well,
What time
the
do
recording
you guys
is
wanna stop?
the recording is probably gonna be just like a one thing.
Yeah.
So until the end of this one.
Alright. Now I'm at choices.
Hey, Kev. Isn't this fun?
Yep.
Isn't this great?
Yep.
Alright, we'll do it. I mean, I chose my choice.
Okay.
Heading level 1 world generate.
Alright. Oh yeah, and don't mind if you see a lot of random tabs open, so. Yeah.
Each of you must forgive each other. Each of you must forgive each other in order for this foundation to be pure. This is a new start for you all, and others like you. Each of you must forgive each other in order for this foundation to be pure. This is a new start for you all, and others like you.
James pulls back slightly, his eyes wet, searching Elizabeth's face for a glimmer of the woman who used to share his bed and his secrets. The weight of Raznikov's command feels less like a suggestion and more like an architectural requirement.
Elizabeth, please.
Without waiting for her to find her voice, James leans in. It isn't the practiced, dominant kiss of the corporate titan she once knew. It is desperate and shaky. The moment their lips meet, Elizabeth's resolve flickers. The familiar scent of him, stripped of the expensive cologne, smells only of wool and regret. Talia turns her head away, her hand tightening on Joshua's arm. They are the audience to a resurrection. They both fear and crave.
Are you really going to fall for this?
Kevin stalks toward the couple, the Whitlock folder clutched in his hand like a weapon. He points a finger directly at James's chest, breaking the fragile silence of the embrace.
You're using them, James. You found a way to buy your way back into the room. This isn't a sanctuary. It's a bailout.
Kevin, you don't understand the legal structure.
I understand enough. I see the clauses. This pure foundation pays off your standing debts to the estate's creditors. You aren't just building a house. You're clearing your name with her signature. You forfeited this family, James. You don't get to buy it back with somebody else's blueprints.
The skeptic sees only the transaction. The guardian sees the transformation. James has offered the land for the light.
Kevin turns on the spectre, his breath visible in the cold air.
And what if the light is just another mirror, Raznikov? Did you check the basement of these plans? There's no drainage for the well. They're just capping it.
Elizabeth steps out of James's arms, her face pale. She looks at the velvet box in James's hand, then at the blueprints Arthur Whitlock holds. The solid ground of her cottage feels like a world away compared to the heavy gravitational pull of this wreckage.
Is that true, James? Are we just covering it up?
We are transforming the energy, Elizabeth.
I'm doing this for the girls, so they can come home. Don't listen to him, Liz. He wants you to live in that cottage forever, hiding from the world. I want to give you back the world.
Elizabeth looks at Kevin, then at the 3 ghosts of her past marriage. The choice isn't just about a house. It's about whether she trusts the man who broke her or the man who held her together. Raznikov must decide how to handle Kevin's interference. Manifest a visual sign of the light, a warmth that counters Kevin's cold skepticism. To reassure Elizabeth, demand that James reveal the full truth of the velvet box to prove his intent is pure. Warn Kevin that his interference is feeding the lingering shadows of the Vasilev curse.
Kevin space T-A space W-E-L space A-A-S B-E-E-S space S-P-E-D space U-L-L-Y, comma, space
Ooh, this shit's getting good,
space
y'all.
R-E-P-L-A-C-E-D space W-I-T-H space A-S-I-N-D-O-O-R space P-O-O-L, space W-I-T-H space L-A.
Did you hear what Raznikov said?
E-V-E-R-Y-T-G.
I did.
Dot.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Strip fully
Oh
and replace with an
boy,
indoor
this
pool with
shit's
A.
getting
Ladder and
good.
everything. Spelling error Raznikov says
Oh,
actually
boy.
spelling error Kevin the well-husband. Strip fully and replace with an indoor pool with A. Ladder and everything. Ladder and every quote. Blank. Quote dot. Comma space.
Wow.
A-S-O-R space J-A-M-E. S. Tig. S space. D-E-B-T-S. Space. T-A-E. P-A-I-D-O-F. Space. T-A-E-Y space W-E-R-E space P-A-I-D space O-F.
Oh, by the way, you guys can change the art style, the music style, the character style, the description, the title, everything, the voices, the
They were
narrator
paid off a
voice,
year
the
ago.
characters' voices,
Ladder and everything. As for spelling error James says they're paid.
everything. I forgot to mention that before we started.
Off. They were paid off a year ago.
Yep.
Spelling
Sorry,
error Raznikov
guys.
says
Sorry, guys.
A-Z-N-I-C-O-F-S-A-Y-S comma space quote A. Off. They were paid quote dot quote blank. Send input button. Clickable button. Remove Winterfrost buttons. Director. Button skip Winterfrost night. Direct Winterfrost 99. Button remove Kevin Rob. Button skip Kevin Roberts. Heading level 1 waiting for players.
There you go. I got the choice.
I feel like I'm reading a book or watching a movie.
Yeah,
I
right.
feel like I'm watching a movie. Or a TV show or something.
Hey, waiting for you, Liz.
Hold on, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna say here. I hate... Okay, that's the one reason I hate custom choices, because some reason you can't figure out what to say sometimes.
Oh yeah, and if you can actually type in, you can ask characters questions, you can do all kind, you can do a custom prompt and have it speak. Oh, no, characters speak instead of yours. You can ask the other characters questions. You can add characters, change their name, and all that stuff. You can do all kinds of things in here.
You can also change voices, but I think
Pretty
you
much
have
a free
to.
box.
I think you have to know what voice it is, though,
Yeah.
which is kind
Yeah,
of sad.
you can
but-
change voices. I mean, you can change the voice if you know the name.
Yeah.
And trust me, there is a ton of voice. Oh, by the way, Liz, tell them what happened to your poor clone voice when you tried to clone.
It made me sound like a robot.
Yeah, you can clone your voice. You can clone your voice and
Actually,
everything.
Kevin, the well has been stripped fully and replaced with an indoor pool, with a ladder and everything. Actually, Kevin, the well has been stripped fully and replaced with an indoor pool, with a ladder and everything. As for James's debts, they were paid off a year ago.
Kevin stares at the spectre, his fingers white against the leather of the Whitlock folder.
Oh, fuck.
The cold dawn wind seems to die down at Raznikov's words, as if the air itself is being scrubbed clean.
It's a closed loop of restoration, Kevin. No leaks, no history. Do you two think this will truly work for them both? I have my doubts about it. You're building a museum over a massacre.
James grips Elizabeth's hands tighter. He doesn't look like a titan now. He looks like a man drowning who has finally found a life raft.
It works because we have to make it work, Kevin. For Alyssa, for the life we lost.
The girls, They won't have to see the cracks anymore?
There will be no cracks in the light, Elizabeth. Only the reflection of what you choose to be today.
The ground beneath them groans. The jagged opening of the hidden well suddenly begins to fold in on itself, dirt and silt, swallowing the darkness until the crater is a smooth patch of earth. The scene shifts forward through a blur of construction and falling leaves. Time moves with the unnatural speed of a dream being willed into reality.
Button pause play.
The new house is a masterpiece of glass and soft white stone. Elizabeth stands in the grand foyer, watching as the movers carry the final crates into the sun-drenched living room. Alyssa and Carly run through the hallways, their laughter echoing without the sharp, fearful edge it used to carry. Next, on Vows of Deception, the gilded graft. James enters from the garden, his hands dusted with soil from planting new white roses. He looks at Elizabeth with a softened expression.
We're home, Liz. Truly home this time.
It feels quiet. I'm not used to the quiet.
That's because the walls are triple insulated. Or maybe it's just that everyone's holding their breath.
Kevin leans against the doorframe, still the watcher. He looks at Raznikov, who stands in the corner like a piece of living furniture, a silent pillar of the new order. Raznikov's choices address Kevin's lingering cynicism by showing him the children's happiness, instruct James to host a housewarming to cement their social standing, private conversation with Elizabeth, remind her of the price of this peace.
R-A-Z-N-I-C-O-F space S-A-Y-S com space K-E-V-I-N com space D-O-N T space Y-O-U space S-E com space T-A-I-S space P-L-A-C-E space I-S space P-E-C-E-F-U-L com space N-O space D-A-R-K-N-E-S-S space I-S space A-E-R-E space A-N-Y-N-O-R-E com space
I just made my choice.
N-O-F-A-R space N-O space D-O-U-B-T space F-O-R space H-A-P-P-I-N-E-S-S dot quote. Spelling error Raznikov says, spelling error Kevin, don't you see this place is spelling error peaceful.
choice.
Spelling says, comma. S com space spelling error E. K out of spelling error space, comma. Space
But-
spelling error K. Quote.
Of
Out
course, this
K,
damn
quote,
thing doesn't
space,
like
quote, K. For happiness,
long
quote.
ass
Dot,
responses.
quote. Blank, blank.
Oh yeah, you forgot to mention
Send
that
input
too.
button.
You have to be short in your responses. You can't go over.
Oh yeah. Whoops.
Clickable heading level 1 world
Unless you want to
generating.
put everything
Heading level
in
1 world
your
generating.
character's quotes.
Alright, it's time to see how this story unfolds.
I'm scared. I'm scared. Should I be scared?
I don't know.
Kevin, I'm scared.
Oh man.
Kevin, I'm scared.
Oh.
Button
here
pause
we
play.
go. Alright, here we go.
Kevin, don't you see? This place is peaceful. No darkness is here anymore. No fear, no doubt for happiness.
The morning sun pours through the floor-to-ceiling glass of the new seller's estate, turning the polished white stone into a blinding sea of purity. There are no corners for shadows to hide in, no mirrors to remind them of who they used to be. Kevin looks away from the spectre, his gaze landing on James, who is carefully arranging a vase of white roses on the central island. The corporate shark has been replaced by a man who seems terrified of making a sound too loud for the acoustics.
James.
James freezes, a thorn pricking his thumb. He turns slowly, his expression wary but open.
I wanted to apologize for what I said at the ruins. I was out of line, questioning your motives when you were clearly trying to do right by the girls. I'd like to try and integrate into whatever this new dynamic is.
I appreciate that, Kevin. Truly, we're all learning how to breathe in this much light. It's a process.
The skeptic has laid down his sword. The foundation strengthens.
Is it? Or are we just getting better at the theater?
Elizabeth enters the kitchen, dressed in a soft cream-colored robe. She looks rested, but there's a hollowness in her eyes that the sun can't reach. From the adjoining wing, the smell of something acrid begins to drift through the open clan space. A smoke alarm chirps once, a high, thin sound that makes James flinch.
Damn it, sorry. I thought I had the temperature right on this new range.
Joshua appears in the doorway, holding a smoking cast iron pan. The pancakes inside are charred black discs, smelling of burnt sugar and failure.
Oh, jeez!
Button pause play.
Talia follows behind him, fanning the air with a silk scarf, her natural look slightly marred by a smudge of soot on her cheek.
It's the induction heat. It's faster than the old house. Everything here is faster.
I was trying to make a unity breakfast. First morning in the new wing, and I've already tried to burn it down.
Joshua laughs, but it's a brittle, nervous sound. He looks at Elizabeth, then at James, his former rival and current benefactor. The heavy solidarity of the survivors is put to the test by a burnt meal.
It's fine, Josh. It's just a mistake. We're allowed those now, aren't we?
James looks at the burnt food, then at the pristine white marble of his new counters. For a second, the mask of the humbled man slips, revealing a flicker of the old, controlling James, before he forces a smile.
Of course. We'll just start again. We have nothing but time and light.
Raznikov watches the smoke dissipate into the high ceilings, his eyes fixed on the spot where the hidden well used to be, now covered by a shimmering indoor pool. Kevin watches them all, the forced smiles, the scorched breakfast, and wonders how long a house can stand when no one is allowed to look in a mirror. The Guardian's sanctuary is finely populated, but domestic life is messier than blueprints. Raznikov sees the burnt food not as a failure, but as a minor impurity to be swept away by the weight of his new order. The Guardian's sanctuary is finally populated, but domestic life is messier than blueprints. Raznikov sees the burnt food not as a failure, but as a minor impurity to be swept away by the weight of his new order. Command the group to find the blessing in the burnt meal to reinforce the narrative of growth through failure. Drift toward the indoor pool and subtly check if the spiritual capping of the well is holding steady against the family's stress. Publicly praise Kevin's apology to make it harder for him to backtrack later.
Spelling error. Raznikov teaches everyone how to cook with a faster stove. Stove. Blend. Blend. Dot. Blend. Send input button.
My choices. Why were you saying ew earlier? The voice?
Click button. Remove Winter Frost Knife button. Director.
No, because I had Joshua burn the pancakes. That's why it was so funny. Oops! I was trying to lighten the mood, Kevin. I was trying to lighten the mood.
There you go. Hey, you did it. You did it.
Whoops.
Yeah, but I don't think Raznikov is pleased with it.
Oh God! Oh dear God!
Button remove Winter Frost. Button the red win. Button remove Kevin. Button skip Kevin Roberts.
No.
Kevin Roberts. Heading level 1 waiting.
Alright, so...
Poor pancakes.
Poor pancakes, yeah.
Poor
Oh God.
pancakes. Were you laughing, Kevin?
Huh?
Were you laughing?
I know, right?
Ew.
Poor pancakes.
Ew! Ew!
Charred black
Ew.
discs. Jesus.
Ugh!
What?
Take a bite of one.
Poor Raznikov. Poor Raznikov.
It's crunchy.
I feel bad for this dude. I feel
Wait,
bad
why
for this
him?
dude. Because he had to deal with this shit.
Yeah.
Alright, so here we're gonna make choices so we can continue the story.
I'm doing custom.
That was great, though. I mean, I was laughing afterwards because I heard you say ew. I was like, oh. You guys, we have gotten addicted to this thing. Trust me. We spent, and I'm not kidding you, we spent all day up here where we're at yesterday doing this, and we didn't get off until like 1 o'clock at night, or in the morning. Literally.
Well, me and James started it first.
Yeah.
And
I
then
joined
we
in
got up
yesterday.
here and we started messing with it and and we didn't stop.
Honestly,
for
I wasn't sure
a
if I would
while.
like it at first.
I like it.
Control the heat, Joshua.
There we go.
Control the heat, Joshua. The speed of the induction is not a threat, but a requirement for precision. Control the heat, Joshua. The speed of the induction is not a threat, but a requirement for precision. One must adapt to the tool, rather than forcing the flame.
Raznikov steps toward the induction range, his massive silhouette casting a shadow over the high-tech glass surface. He adjusts the digital slider with a surprisingly delicate touch for a creature of his scale.
Observe, the light indicates the flow. If you do not respect the rhythm of the new foundation, you will always find your efforts turn to ash.
Joshua steps back, wiping sweat from his brow, while Kevin moves into the sink area, picking up the scorched cast iron pan. He begins to scrub, the sound of steel wool against iron cutting through the quiet hum of the high-end kitchen.
You okay, Josh? That's a lot of smoke for a Sunday morning.
Just a learning curve, Kev. New house, new rules, everything's different here.
Kevin leans in closer, his voice dropping below the level of Raznikov's lecture on thermal conductivity.
Truly? I mean, are you actually happy in this wing? It feels a bit like living in a high-def photograph. No shadows allowed.
Joshua stops, his hand lingering on a dish towel. He looks around the pristine white marble, then toward Talia, who is watching them with a forced, practiced smile.
Happy? I'm safe? We're all safe. That's what matters now. The fire is out, Kevin. Sometimes you just have to appreciate the quiet, even if it feels a little cold.
Suddenly, the heavy glass doors of the kitchen swing open. Carly Lester enters clutching a crumpled spelling list.
Mom? Dad? My spelling test is
Ew.
tomorrow. Can someone help me with reconciliation?
The word hangs in the air, heavy
Okay,
and
that
ironic.
voice.
Talia
Ugh.
flinches, but James is the one who speaks first,
Okay, I have to get
his
this.
humbled mask firmly in place.
I help you, Carly, and then didn't you have choir practice?
Yeah, we're doing the spring anthem.
James
Oh,
leads the
no.
girl toward the grand piano in the sun-drenched living room. The family gathers around, a tableau of perfect domesticity. As Carly begins to sing, her high, pure soprano fills the mirrorless halls. Next, on Vows of Deception, the gilded graft. The harmony is beautiful, almost enough to make one forget the crater buried beneath the indoor pool. Raznikov stands in the corner, nodding to the count of the music. Kevin notices the Whitlock contracts still sitting on the side table, a reminder that this piece was purchased, not earned. Raznikov's choices use the choir practice to deliver a sermon on the purity of the new song to the family watch Kevin closely, sensing his continued probing of the survivors direct James to move the piano closer to the pool, where the energy is most transformed.
REVEAL space TO V space TAAT space THIS space AOE space WAS space TIFT space B Y space
I am too.
RAZNICF com
I'm
space
How do you spell the kid's name?
RATHER space TAAN space
What?
A
How do you
space
spell the kid's name?
ONTRACT dot space
K-A-Y-L-E-E.
space AAT space
K-A-Y-L-E, okay.
TE space CONTRACT space IS space
Kevin, that voice fits her, but it just it sounds like a chipmunk.
space
It sounds like a chipmunk.
space double A S space M A.
Yeah, but I think that's the only voice you get that sounds kid-ish.
Not. An actual contract
sucks.
was made to look like it, rather than a contract.
That
Show them that the
sucks.
contract does not.
Maybe,
Reveal to
well,
spelling
there
error
might be
evidence that this
other
house was
ones,
a gift by
but
spelling
I
error
can't
Raznikov.
figure it out.
Rather than a
There's
contract.
so many
Show them that
voices
the contract
pick
does
from.
not.
You can't really filter the
Reveal to
voices
spelling error
as
evidence that this
much
house was a
as
gift
you
by
guys
spelling
got
error
noticed.
Raznikov.
The voices you can pick from is just you have to go for a massive list.
Send input button.
Yeah. And when I say massive,
Clickable button. Remove
I
Winterfrost
mean
99.
massive.
Alright, I got my choice.
I'm not done yet.
I went with Kush.
9:04 p.m.
Did you turn off the air in there? Ugh.
Alright, my choice is in. Oh, Liz, you might want to say who you are, and in case people want to follow you on place and look at some of these stories for themselves.
Oh, my username is Skyfrost99.
Loading indicator busy.
No,
Index.
it's
Heading level 1 world
Winterfrost
generate. Heading level 1 world generate.
Oops. Sorry. Winterfrost99. Yes, thank you. Where's my head at? Where's my head at? Where's my brain at today?
I don't know. Alright, world generating,
Heading
guys.
level 1 world generate.
Alright.
Yep.
Story's turning
Oh
out great.
boy.
And don't
And
break
James
this
is his
time.
JLVP 1998.
Yep.
Heading level 1.
What's
And
yours,
Jason
Kevin?
do not- Huh?
What's yours? Like your
Mine is just Kevin Roberts.
Jason user
No
name.
love.
Heading
No
level 1
numbers
world
in there.
generate.
Just
Okay.
Kevin Roberts in there.
Okay.
Capital K and a capital
Button
R.
pause,
Okay.
please.
James plays a soft,
I'll-
guiding melody
Right,
on the
there we
grand
go.
piano. Carly stands. James plays a soft, guiding melody on the grand piano. Carly stands beside him, her voice rising in a pure, crystalline anthem that seems to vibrate the very glass of the walls. James plays a soft, guiding melody on the grand piano. Carly stands beside him, her voice rising in a pure, crystalline anthem that seems to vibrate the very glass of the walls.
Where did you learn to sing so well, Callie? You did a great job.
Callie beams, her small shoulders dropping some of the tension she's been carrying since they arrived.
My teacher says music is just air trying to find a home.
That's a beautiful way to put it. Do you also play the piano as well? Or do you just let your dad handle the heavy lifting?
Good God.
I'm learning, but the keys feel different here, faster, like the stove.
James's fingers falter for a fraction of a second before he resumes the tempo.
Everything in this house is designed for high performance, Kevin. Even the acoustics.
Raznikov moves like a mountain shifting, stepping between Kevin and the piano. He subtly nudges the charcoal leather folder, the Whitlock contracts, toward Kevin.
You study the ink as if it holds the weight of these walls. You search for a debt to justify the sanctuary.
Well, I'm a realist, Raz. Someone paid for this miracle. Arthur Whitlock doesn't just build glass cathedrals for
Ew, my
charity.
thing froze.
There is no debt to the Whitlocks, little observer. The folder you touch is empty of law. It is a prop for the minds of men who cannot accept grace without a transaction.
What were you saying now?
Kevin's brow furrows.
My
he
thing
flips the leather
froze.
cover. Inside, the pages
Nope,
are
mine
blank,
didn't freeze.
save for a singular, glowing seal of the Vasilev bloodline.
This house was not bought. It was summoned. A gift of restoration, not a contract of commerce. James and Elizabeth live here by my sufferance, not by the bank's leave.
Kevin looks from the blank contracts to the family, who are engrossed in Kale's second rehearsal of the anthem. They don't know they are living in a conjured illusion. Next, on Vows of Deception, the Architect's Mercy. The practice continues until the sun dips below the horizon. The perfect family shares a quiet dinner of white fish and steamed greens, then retreat to their respective wings. The room is a temple of white silk and moonlight. Elizabeth lies beside James, both of them perfectly still,
What?
yet both awake in the oppressive
White
silence.
fish and steamed green.
Suddenly,
Ugh.
a piercing, jagged scream rips through the
I didn't hear that yet.
triple-insulated walls.
No, the water, it's still red.
She is gasping, her hands clawing at the fine silk sheets. James is instantly awake, reaching for her, but she shrinks away, her eyes fixed on the floor, directly where the indoor pool sits a floor below.
The pool, James, the water in the pool. It's not blue. I saw it. It's breathing.
The
Custom
veneer
choice
of
input
the
field and
new
multi-
estate has cracked. Raznikov's gift is revealed to Kevin as a spiritual trap, while Elizabeth's subconscious refuses to accept the burial of the hidden well. Enter the bedroom and use your presence to reorder Elizabeth's mind, insisting the dream is an impurity. Confront Kevin and demand he burn the blank contracts, sealing the secret of the house's origin. Allow the fear to spread, observing if James is strong enough to maintain the humbled mask during a crisis.
U-U-A-L space G-I-F-T com space I-T space A-S space O-N-E space G-I-F-T G-R-A-N-T-E space B-Y space M-Y space F-A-T-E-R space T-O space E-L-I-A-B-E-T-H com space
Okay.
T-A-A-T space R-E-D space W-A-T-E
Wow.
space I-S space G-U-S-T space
Wow.
M-Y space F-A-T-A-E-R space
Okay.
A-Y-I-N
How much choices?
A-A-N-K-S space
This
F-O-R
story's
space
getting good.
H-O-N-O-R-I-N
Yeah.
space I-S-S-I-A-I-S-L-A-S-T R-E-Q-U-E-S-T
Basically what happened is, in case you guys
Space.
missed it, Elizabeth
F
had
space M-O-N
a nightmare.
E-N-T-S space L-A-T-E-R com space
Seeing the
A-A-T
ghosts of the
space
past, which as we
double A
explained
T
before, the house
E-R
was cursed.
space I space T U space B L
thought it
U E
was
space
over.
A G A N dot quote.
Or
Spelling error.
is
Raznikov
it?
says it was not a spelling error. Spiritual gift. It was one gift. Spelled Z-N-I-C-O-F out of S-A-Y-S. Quote. I-T space W-A-S-N-O-T space spelled T-I-R-T
K-A-L or
R-T
K-A-Y-L-E-E.
out of spelling error. Spiritual. Space S-P-I-R-I-T-I
Spelled weird,
A.
I know.
I-U spiritual gift comma gifts A
Kevin,
not
this is
was
getting good.
Quote I-T space
I know, right?
T-I
This is getting good.
E
This is
space
really getting
A-O-U-S-E
good.
space house was not a spiritual
boy.
gift comma it was one gift
Oh,
granted
God.
I my father two spelling error Elizabeth out of
Oh,
spelling error comma
dear.
that
Oh,
red
Lord
water is
have
just
mercy.
my father saying thanks for honoring his last request dot a few moment later comma that water will turn blue again and dot quote blank send input
I'm
button.
doing a custom choice.
I already got my custom
I'm
choice.
doing a custom choice. Oh, shit, I guess we're all doing custom choices. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, boy.
Clickable button remove Winterfrost buttons director Winterfrost 9 button remove button skip Kevin button remove
Fuck.
By the way, you guys, if you hear me typing or clicking, that's my I got a mechanical keyboard. So, that's what you're hearing. Alright, just submitted mine.
(9:13 p.m.) Heading level 1 world
I
generated.
have submitted my choice.
Alright. Oh, now it's time to see. Now it's time to see what story unfolds.
This is gonna be interesting.
I know.
And PlayStation, don't break. Please don't break. Please don't break. Please don't break.
The master bedroom, usually a sanctuary of clinical. The master bedroom,
already have
usually a
another
sanctuary
oopsie.
of clinical white, feels like
We
a
don't need
cold
another
tomb in the
oopsie.
wake of Elizabeth's scream. The master bedroom, usually a sanctuary of clinical white, feels like a cold tomb in the wake of Elizabeth's scream. James sits on the edge of the bed, his humbled posture, looking more like a man, bracing for an impact.
Elizabeth, breathe. It's just a memory. They are ghosts of the past, nothing more. The well is gone. The water is filtered. There is no red.
It wasn't a memory, James. It was an invitation. I could feel it, the heat of it.
Kevin stands in the doorway, his eyes darting to Carly, who has appeared in the hall, trembling in her nightgown.
It's all right, Kali. Just a bad dream. Go check on your sister, okay? Make sure Alyssa is awake and safe. We've got this.
Is the house mad at us again?
No, kiddo. Go on.
Kevin turns his attention to the room, looking at Elizabeth's frantic state before his gaze lands on Raznikov, who towers in the corner like a monolith of judgment.
What was the dream about, Liz? Truly? You should talk to Raznikov about it. He seems to be the one who wrote the script for this place. He'd understand.
The house was not a spiritual gift, nor is it a haunting. It was a singular grace granted by my father to Elizabeth.
Raznikov's voice vibrates through the floorboards, settling the air with an unnatural weight.
That red water you perceive is not a stain. It is my father saying thanks for honoring his last request, for choosing the path of the legacy. A few moments later, that water will turn blue again. It is a pulse, not a hemorrhage.
A pulse of what?
Elizabeth doesn't wait for an answer. She bolts from the bed, her bare feet slapping against the cold marble. She pushes past Kevin and Raznikov, racing down the stairs and out through the glass doors into the night air. The moonlight turns the thousands of white roses into silver blades. Elizabeth collapses into the center of the garden, her hands digging into the perfectly manicured soil James has spent weeks tending. A jagged, echoing sob breaks the silence of the estate.
I can't breathe. The roses, they smell like copper.
Joshua Lester appears from the shadows of his own wing, his silk robe fluttering. He doesn't look to James
Oh
or
my
Talia,
god, are you
who watch
serious?
from the
It's
balcony.
stuck again.
He drops to his knees beside her, pulling her into his arms. Next, on vows of deception, the blood in the basin.
I've got you. I'm here.
Joshua, make it stop. Make the silence stop.
Joshua holds her, his face buried in her hair, while above them, James stands motionless, his humbled mask finally cracking into a look of absolute, silent devastation. The unity of the two families has reached its breaking point. The facade of the new seller's estate has finally shattered. Elizabeth is in the arms of her former lover, James is witnessing his failure, and Raznikov's gift has been revealed as a visceral trap. Demand Joshua release Elizabeth, reasserting the spiritual boundaries of the Gilded Graft. Address James directly, telling him that the ghosts are his own lack of conviction. Use your power to physically turn the roses from white to red, forcing the family to acknowledge the rot's return. Walk away from the garden, allowing the characters to drown in their own natural consequences for a night.
Land. RAZNICOF space AYS comma
Damn
space
it, I missed it.
TO space LONG space
Why is
AAVE
my
space
thing breaking? breaking?
I,
Why?
space. Double A T.
What is it
C A D,
saying?
D
Is it-
space. D A D space.
It
T
says
A R S
waiting
D,
for
S
players.
space H P E
Refresh.
E D.
If you can.
I did,
Happened.
like 3
Spelling error.
times.
Raznikov says, "The long as I watch bad things."
And
Give
it's
it a second.
busted.
Happened. D blank blank D E. Happened blank.
Fuck.
Spelling error. Raznikov says, "The long as I watch bad things happen." Spelling error. N blank blank. Comma space
Oh my
E
God.
space I S T I F E space I space
God.
R E S T O R E space T A I F G S T O space O R D E R
Oh
comma
my.
space
Okay, I got choices.
I space I space
Ugh,
R I D space
damn
E
it.
space A U E space F space T A A T space
Oh, there it goes.
P L A C E space E R E T A A T W E L space
Fuck.
double A
Finally.
space R E
What'd
F
you
O
do?
T I N G
Did you
space
refresh
E
it
O
one
O
more time
F
and
space
finally fix
E F
yourself?
I E
I had to
L Y
wait.
comma space G I I G G E T T I N G space R I space O F space T A E space double A T E R space E T E F Y space R E S O R E space R O S E S space A N D space E L P space E V E R Y O E R E B U I N D space T A E space H O U S E space F R O N space T A E G U N D space U P com space N O space C O N T R A C T S com space N O space freedom
I'm just gonna choose
R
one of these choices.
R space P R O D L E M S dot quote spelling error. Raznikov says, "The long as I watch bad things happen, it is time I restore things to order. I will Rita." Spelling it says, comma, 2,
Damn it.
space T, O, T, com, S, com, space T,
I did my
quote,
choice.
quote, T. From the ground up, no contracts, no problems. Quote, blank,
I
blank.
hate technical
Send input
issues.
button. Cust out of edit button, send input.
You know, I'm sure places
Clickable
are
button,
probably
remove
gonna fix
Winterfrost
it
99 from the
eventually. I
world.
mean, they're still
Button skip
working on this
director,
thing, you know.
Winterfrost 99.
Now it's waiting for you.
Maybe they'll fix the
Heading loading
buffering
indicator, busy
issue.
indicator. Heading level 1
Maybe
waiting for
they'll
players.
fix the buffering issue.
I hope so.
Are you waiting? Are you able to choose your choice or?
I'm not at the choices yet.
Oh, so you gotta wait for it to read it.
My thing froze. My thing froze again and it got stuck.
Oh.
Yeah, it's waiting for you now. When you get there.
Yeah.
Hi, Cook. Cook.
Huh? What?
Ugh.
What?
The blood in the basin.
Yeah,
Oh,
so that's where
yeah.
we're at. So we're catching up.
Ew. The blood in the basin. Ugh. Ugh. Gross. Gross.
Are you just gonna choose a custom?
Ew.
I mean,
Ew.
are you just gonna choose one of the options?
I don't know. I might do custom for this.
I like this music though.
I hope Playson fixes these issues eventually.
Yeah, please, and if you end up watching this, please fix these, please.
Please fix the
something.
buffering issue and the other technical issues. Please, thank you. We would greatly appreciate it. Right,
Sure, the guys
Kevin?
Contact. Wish there was a way to contact the sign or something, or email them or something. But
I know. I know.
Yeah, the only way I think to get a hold of them is Discord, but.
Fuck.
What's wrong?
There we go.
Alright, good.
You know what I hate?
What?
When you're typing too fast and you misspell something.
Oh, yeah, I've done that too. This keyboard took a long time to get used to.
Didn't you say you got it for your birthday?
Joshua rocks Elizabeth back and
Oh,
forth
fuck.
in the dirt, the white silk of her nightgown staining brown and green. Joshua rocks Elizabeth back and forth in the dirt, the white silk of her nightgown staining brown and green. She is a dead weight in his arms, her sobs turning into rhythmic, hollow gasps.
Shh, I'm here. I've always been right here, Elizabeth.
It's under us, Joshua. The pool, the water, it remembers. No matter how much light Raznikov pours into this place, the shadows just wait at the bottom.
Above them, on the glass balcony, James Sellers let his hands fall to his sides. His knuckles are white. He looks less like a gardener of roses and more like a statue in a graveyard. He doesn't look away. He forces himself to watch the woman he saved, find comfort in the man who helped destroy them. Raznikov looms over the huddled forms of Elizabeth and Joshua. His shadow swallows them both, stretching across the manicured roses like a shroud.
Too long have I watched bad things happen within these frames. I sought to build a sanctuary of light, yet you carry the dark within your marrow. If the water is a pulse you cannot bear, then I shall remove the heart. I will rid this house of the pool. I will purge the water completely and restore the roses to the earth where the well once breathed.
Raznikov turns his gaze toward James on the balcony, then back to the lovers in the dirt.
We will rebuild from the ground up once more. No contracts, no debts, no problems. I will erase the architecture of your failure until there is nothing left to trigger your fear.
You don't understand, Raznikov. You can tear down the walls, but the scent of the copper, it's inside us now.
Joshua holds her
Doing just
tighter,
one.
a silent defiance in his eyes as he looks up at the Guardian. The estate feels colder now, a house that has been rectified so many times it has lost its soul. The night stretches on, the silence of the dark night falling over the Sellers and Lesters as they realize that even a house made of light can be a cage. The family is fractured.
This is weird.
Elizabeth is clinging to Joshua. James is shattered on the balcony, and the children are hiding upstairs. Raznikov is threatening to literally tear the house down to fix them again. Begin the physical destruction of the pool area immediately, using supernatural force to prove your resolve. Demand that James and Talia come down to the garden to face the impurity of the scene together. Attempt to bless Elizabeth and Joshua where they lie, trying to magically suppress their memories of the affair. Turn your back on them, realizing that perhaps order cannot be restored to those who crave chaos.
Com space G G G E T space A Y O U T space T O space T A K E com space N E S S space Y O space A space T O space S T A R T space O V E R space N E W dot quote. Spelling error. Raznikov says, "Forget it. I will burn this house down, and we will relocate to a new location that has not been tainted. Everyone get what you want to take, unless you wish to start over anew. You wish to start quote blank blank quote dot com space." I F O com space M E E T space M E space O U T S I D E dot quote quote dot E dot quote. You wish to start over anew? If so, meet me outside. Send input button. Clickable heading level 1 world generating.
Alright.
I hope people like this video.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Guys,
gonna listen
if
to
you
it
like this
after
video,
it's done. I wanna
please-
see how it turned out.
Please subscribe to my channel. Please
Heading level 1 world.
follow me on Playcin. It's PLAICIN, by the way. It's an app and a website.
Heading level 1.
Yep.
All free.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we're doing this from our computers because it's faster.
Yeah.
Yep.
Faster. And also another thing that I forgot to mention.
Heading level 1 world.
We will be recording more of these. If you guys like these, please let me know and we will record more of these.
Yeah, let her know in the comments, or if you have her number, text her, or something. Right?
Somebody.
Heading level 1 world.
This will be fun.
This would be fun to put in a series playlist if we ever do.
Heading level
series.
1
Yeah,
world
it
generate.
would. The Playcin series.
Ooh.
Playcin playthroughs. Playcin playthroughs. Hey!
Heading level 1 world.
Playcin
What?
playthroughs.
Yeah, I love it.
Heading level
I
1 world
love
gen.
you
Loading this button
guys.
chat with 3 act button edit world.
Aw.
Clickable heading
Me
level
too.
1 world gen.
We're still waiting for the
Oh,
next.
it's cold in here. Fuck.
Turn off the airs.
Heading level 1 world generate.
Y'all still seeing the world generating?
Heading level 1 world generating.
But are y'all still seeing world generating?
Heading level 1.
Mine says waiting.
Waiting.
Heading
There
level
you
1
go.
world generating.
Oh.
World generating now. Okay.
I guess we were waiting for her choice.
Oh, boy.
Scare me
here
for a
we
second,
go.
please. Don't do that.
I thought we were gonna have another issue.
But nope.
The soil beneath Joshua and Elizabeth does.
There it goes.
The soil beneath Joshua and Elizabeth doesn't just stain, it liquefies. The soil beneath Joshua and Elizabeth doesn't just stain, it liquefies.
Elizabeth, wait! The ground!
Suddenly, the manicured garden erupts. A geyser of iron-scented, viscous red water bursts from the rosebeds, drenching Elizabeth's white silk nightgown. It isn't just liquid, it behaves like a living weight, wrapping around her limbs and dragging her down into the rapidly
Ew.
forming mire where the hidden
Ew.
well once sat.
It's pulling me. Joshua, it's cold. It's so cold.
Joshua fumbles, his boots slipping in the gore-colored mud.
Okay.
The sheer weight of the memory in the water is too much for his frantic charm to handle. Above them, the glass balcony door thunders open. James Sellers doesn't hesitate. He vaults over the railing, a silhouette of desperation against the white stone. James hits the mud with a heavy thud and lunges. He ignores Joshua entirely, reaching deep into the red sludge. His hands lock around Elizabeth's waist. With a guttural roar, he tears her upward, the red water shrieking as it releases its grip.
I have you. I'm not letting go again.
He drags her toward the stone path, her dress heavy and dripping like a fresh wound. Elizabeth gasps for air, shivering violently in James's arms.
Enough.
Raznikov stands at the edge of the terrace. He looks at the red-stained family, then at the towering glass
Guys, that water's
conservatory that
blood, by
glows
the
with a
way.
false, sterile
That
light.
water's blood.
I built you a temple of glass
Human
to reflect
blood.
your spirits, and you have
Cold
filled it
human
with
blood.
blood.
Oh,
Forget
dear.
the restoration. Forget the refinement. I will burn this house to the ground. We will relocate to a location that has not been tainted
Told you.
by your marrow. Every one of you go. Gather what you cannot live without, or leave it all, and meet me at the gates to start anew.
Raznikov raises a hand. A low, rhythmic thrumming begins in the foundations.
If you stay, you burn with the lies.
Next, on vows of deception, the Great Erasure. James
Custom voice
stands in
input
the
field edit
doorway of the master suite,
Blank,
the heat
blank.
of the lower floors
R,
rising.
A, Z,
Behind
I,
him,
C, O, F,
Elizabeth is
space, S,
stripped
A,
of
Y,
her
S,
red-soaked
comp, space,
silk, wrapped in a
G, E,
simple
space,
wool
A,
blanket.
space, A, I,
The
L,
choice
E,
is
R, E, S,
immediate:
space, O, U,
save the
T,
heirlooms of
comp,
a
space, N, O,
prestigious
W,
life, or
bang,
walk out
quote.
with nothing but their lives.
Spelling error Raznikov
Grab the
says, get the
Whitlock
children out now.
contracts and jewelry,
Spelling
desperate
error
to
quote,
save
blank,
some
blank,
semblance
quote,
of
bang.
their status.
Comp,
Leave
space, F, O, R,
everything
E,
behind
E,
and
T,
carry
space,
Elizabeth
F,
out of the
space,
burning
T,
building,
R, E,
choosing the
E, M, S.
person over the property. Search
Comp,
the burning
space,
house
T,
for
T,
Talia
space, E,
and
E, R,
Joshua,
Y, O, N, E,
demanding a
space, E,
final
L, S, E,
confrontation
space,
before
O,
the
U,
walls
T,
fall.
comp, space, T, A, E, N, space, I, space, D, I, F, space, T, O, R, space, I, T, T, I, T, A, E, space, A, O, U, N, E, dot, quote. Spelling error Raznikov says, get the children out now, forget all the items, get everyone else out, and I will torch the house. I quote, dot, quote, blank, blank. Send input button. Clickable button, remove Winterfrost 99 from the world. Button director, button remove Kevin Roberts, button skip Winterfrost 9, button skip Kevin Roberts with a random choice.
Oi.
Button remove Winterfrost 99 from the world.
Oh, there's the 8-bit music again.
Oh, the 8-bit music.
For each of us, the music's different. But, alright.
Button remove Winterfrost.
So now we're waiting for y'all to make y'all's choices.
Yep.
Okay, so you know how that last part was called the blood in the basin?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm doing choice 3.
That water wasn't water, it was human blood.
Wow.
It was a pool of human blood.
Yeah, Raznikov sounded
remove
pretty mad
Winterfrost.
too.
Cold human blood.
I
Because you see, it said James reaches into the red sludge.
Ew.
And gets you out.
Ew. Ew. Human
You put that in there,
blood.
didn't you?
That's disgusting. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Well, I didn't put that part. It added that part. I put the part about the water, though. Drenching her dress.
Button remove Winterfrost 99.
Alright, so we're waiting for your choice.
That poor nightgown. That poor nightgown.
Button remove Winterfrost.
We're waiting for your choice, then the story can continue.
By the way, just so you know, you guys, you might create these worlds, but you won't get the same stuff twice. You'll not get the same stuff twice.
No.
Yeah, even if you play
You
it,
get something different every time.
even if you play our worlds, it will be different outcomes each time.
The fire does not orange or flicker. Under Raznikov's influence, it burns a searing, clinical white, devouring the velvet curtains and the mahogany desks with the sound of static.
Get the children out. Now. Forget the items. They are weights meant to keep you anchored to a rotting floor. Get everyone else out. Then I will torch what remains of your vanity.
You heard him. Alyssa, Kali, don't look back.
Kevin sweeps the girls through the smoke. James follows, carrying a shivering Elizabeth wrapped in a grey wool blanket. Joshua lingers for a moment, staring at a framed photograph of the two couples in better times, before the heat cracks the glass and the image curls into ash. The smoke rises in a straight, thick pillar behind them. Raznikov stands by the stone pillars, his silhouette immovable against the rising sun. Kevin stops abruptly, the girls clutching his hands, and refuses to step toward the waiting black car.
No. Enough of the mystery, Raznikov. You just burned their lives to the ground. I'm not putting these kids in a car until you tell me exactly where we're going.
We go to a place of absolute clarity, Kevin. A place where the architecture cannot lie.
That's not a map. That's a riddle. I want an address. I want to know if there's help there, or just more of your lessons.
There is only the truth there, and if you seek to protect them, you will realize that the truth is the only safe harbor left.
It doesn't matter, Kevin. Any house is better than one that tries to swallow you.
The transition is jarring. The screaming red water and
hello,
white fire
music
are
again.
gone, replaced by the soft, unrelenting chirping of swallows. The sunlit cottage is a sprawling one-story glass and stone structure nestled in a valley where the sun seems to never set. Inside, the atmosphere is sterile. There are no mirrors. The surfaces are so polished they reflect the sky, making it feel as if the inhabitants are walking on clouds. Next, on Vows of Deception, the glass synthesis. Elizabeth stands in the center of the vast, open-plan living room. She is dressed in a simple, undyed linen dress.
It's so quiet here.
There are no pipes in the walls, Elizabeth. Raznik have ensured the water is drawn from a well 3 miles away. It can't reach you here.
But I can still taste the copper,
The
James.
glass
Every time I
synthesis.
breathe, the air feels heavy, like we're living inside a lung.
The children, Alyssa and Carly, are playing in the sun-drenched courtyard, but they aren't laughing. They are moving with a strange, methodical precision, as if they are afraid to disturb the perfect symmetry of the stones. How will you oversee the first day in this new sanctuary? Explain to Elizabeth that the heavy air is merely the weight of accountability ordered James to start the garden. Forcing a return to normalcy through labor reveal that this house was designed by his father specifically for shattered souls. Observe from the shadows, waiting for the first crack in a new facade to appear.
Space Y O U space O space N O T F E E S space T A A T W E I T A T space Y O U space A N N space M O
Okay, so this
O
part,
M
guys,
M U
is called the
S
glass
space
synthesis.
L E T space G O space O S T A E space E A S T space
In
I
case
T
you guys
space I
missed
S
it.
T A E space O N L Y space W A Y space T O space B E space E dot quote spelling error Raznikov says in order for you to not feel that way you spell says comma S comma space I quote spelling error Raznikov says in order for you to not feel that
Or
way
is this shit getting really interesting?
you all must let go of the past. It is the only way to be free quote dot E E R F space F T R U L Y space truly free E dot quote blank send input button custom choice in out of edit button send input
Fuck.
clickable button remove Winterfrost 90
I made my choice.
button director winter heading level 1 waiting for players button remove Winterfrost 99 from the world
By the way, I just did my trick. I bet you could tell, Liz, I typed really fast on that one.
button remove Winterfrost 9
This is getting really interesting.
I did a custom choice.
heading level 1
I
world
did too.
Also, try to mute whenever the story continues, so that
Oh yeah, whenever
it's not distracting.
heading level 1
Oh yeah, when the story narrates.
loading indicator heading level 1 world gender
Alright. Is the world still generating for both of y'all?
Yeah, it's still generating for me. Yeah. Come on.
Don't be stupid.
heading level 1 world gender
What?
Oh my god, it froze again.
Wait, it froze.
heading level 1 world gender
Yeah.
It hasn't loaded yet.
We'll generate. Come on.
It's taking forever to generate.
Heading level 1 world generated.
Maybe the custom options. I don't know.
Come on. What?
Heading level 1.
Hurry up, stupid thing. Oh my god, this thing's being so slow.
Yeah, I know.
Heading level 1 world generated.
And if I reload it, it's probably gonna, like...
Heading
Oh,
level
there
1
it
world
goes.
Heading level 1 world.
It's not loaded for me yet.
Heading level 1 world gen.
Is both of y'all's working?
Nothing for me yet either.
Heading level 1 world generated.
Come on. You.
Heading level 1 world generated. Heading level 1 world loaded button chat with 3 active players. Clickable heading level 1 world generated. Button pause play.
Okay. It's about to start for me.
But clickable truly
I'm
free.
gonna have to reload.
Button pause play.
Uh-oh.
But clickable truly free. In order for you to not feel that weight, you all must let go of the Parasnikov.
We got a problem.
Button pause play. But clickable truly free.
no, what now?
The speech broke.
In order for you to not feel that weight, you all must let go of the past. It is the only way to be. Truly
Again?
free. Button rewind to button pause play.
Yep.
Button pause play.
Oh dear.
Enable play button.
Let me try to...
Oh dear.
Pause play.
The sunlight
No, it's
reflects
not
off
working
the
for me.
floor of the sunlit cottage
Okay,
with
there we go.
such intensity that there are no shadows left to hide in. Raznikov stands by the floor-to-ceiling
There it goes.
glass, looking more like a part of the building than a man.
But click, is this the final destination, Raznikov, or is this just another resting place before you decide? Kevin Roberts. Kevin. Button chat with 3 active players.
Okay, why does it keep...
Button pause play. Enable play.
Why does it keep freezing?
Pause play.
Okay, this is a problem.
Button rewind to clickable sanctuary or becomes a tomb depends entirely on what you choose to carry across its threshold. A destination is a place where one stops moving. Kevin, this is a clarity, whether it run Raznikov. Button chat with 2 active players.
Okay.
Button pause play.
This
Enable
is
play.
this is a problem. My speech is gone.
Button rewind to store. Button enable play. Pause play. Button rewind to story.
A destination is a place where one stops moving, Kevin. This is a clarity. Whether it remains a sanctuary or becomes a tomb depends entirely on what you choose to carry across its threshold.
Kevin looks out toward the courtyard, where the silence is heavy enough to feel.
Okay.
Are you two having fun?
Button pause. Button clickable and reflecting the endless blue sky. Callie
Carle
and Alyssa stop
and
there.
Alyssa stop
Button
their
pop.
methodical sorting of white stones. Carle looks up, her eyes wide and reflecting the endless blue sky.
It's very clean, Kevin, but the stones don't have any stories. In the old garden, the dirt told us things. Here, the ground doesn't say anything at all. It just waits.
Kevin looks back at Raznikov, a cold realization dawning on him. This isn't just a house, it's a sensory deprivation chamber for the soul. The stars are vibrant through the glass ceiling, unfiltered by the smog of the city or the shame of the old estate. There are no curtains to draw. Elizabeth sits on the edge of a low, linen-covered bed. The minimalist version of herself is striking. No jewelry, no silk, just the raw, pale skin of a woman who has been flayed by the truth. Carle crawls into the bed beside her. Elizabeth reaches out, pulling the child into a fierce, trembling embrace.
I have you, Carly. I have you.
Mom, why is your heart beating so fast?
Because it's the only thing in this house that still makes a sound.
Elizabeth holds her tighter, burying her face in the girl's hair. She is trying to drown out the silence with the warmth of the only thing she hasn't destroyed yet.
The heart only thumps when it struggles against its cage, Elizabeth.
Then let it struggle. I'd rather feel the cage than feel nothing at all.
James stands in the doorway, his silhouette thin and humble. He doesn't enter. He simply watches his wife hold the child of the man she loved, realizing that in this house of total clarity, there is no place for his forgiveness to hide. The screen pulls back, showing the sunlit cottage glowing like a lone lantern in the dark valley. The two families move within its glass walls like specimens on a slide, translucent, exposed, and finally, undeniably real.
Button rewinds the story.
And that's it.
James,
What?
I accidentally hit the home button. I can't get it to play again.
Whoops.
Click button
Oops.
share vows of deception.
Oh,
Button continue.
fuck.
Button unfollow Winterfrost 19. Button continue playing.
Help, please. Help.
The story's
Next
already
time
over.
again.
The story's already over. There wasn't no
Oh.
choice or anything.
What happened?
Basically, you felt like the silence was too much.
Click on the link again.
It didn't really
It'll bring you back to it.
didn't really have a good ending though. It's kind of a sad ending, really.
Oh.
But anyway, y'all, we hope y'all
Button audio
enjoyed
set. Button go to home.
this video. I think that's all for now.
Ops 30.2.3. Ops 30. Pause recording checkbox. Stop recording
Speech
checkbox
finally
check.
fixed
Hoping for
itself.
better
Thank
ending.
God.
I
Yeah,
was hoping for a better ending than that.
yeah. It's kind of sad. But we hope y'all enjoyed this video. We'll be back